My name is Pat Flynn. I am a writer, philosopher, and host of The Pat Flynn Show. And I was a religious skeptic for a lot of time. In fact, for about a decade, I would have considered myself an atheist. But as I continued to study philosophy, I eventually encountered a crisis with that worldview, which is somewhat ironic because I originally abandoned religion because I didn't feel it could fully answer the most important questions of life. And then many years later, I'm at the same point with naturalism and reductionist worldviews, realizing they're really quite inadequate. And so I decided to return to some of the great thinkers of antiquity, starting with Plato and Aristotle and going up through Boethius and St. Augustine and St. Thomas Aquinas. And I began to discover this rich tradition of natural theology, of thinking about God, really from the armchair. And at first I was interested. I thought some of these arguments were interesting. And over time, the more I studied these arguments and more contemporary theistic philosophers, the more convinced I became. And then eventually I started trying to make efforts at replication myself and realized there's actually many great reasons, philosophical and scientific, for believing in God, and a very specific type of God at that, a timeless, immaterial, eternal, all-powerful, omniscient, and indeed all-good creator of everything else that exists. And that was really startling to me because that seemed absolutely compatible with one of the primary claims of Christianity. So it was through philosophy that I first left religion, but then as I continued going deeper into philosophy, it brought me right back in again.